I feel like a lot of the rappers that were on there, or the Wu members, really came hard on it. Particularly, I think, as you know, my feelings on Inspector Deck, I thought it was brilliant on that album. I thought Master Killer was doing his thing. Do you feel like the other Wu members felt like this is the Wu comeback album because they were stepping on the back of a classic, the first Cuban Linx, and they knew that they had to deliver 110% on this in a way that they might have not had a chance before?
I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what it is? Wu-Tang have a love-hate relationship. You know what I mean? And as brothers, and I'm sure if y'all got brothers in there, you love your brother, but sometimes you can't fuck with them. You know what I mean? And that's how our relationship is. And when I made this album, I kind of felt a little bit of jealousy going on. You know what I mean? And I felt a little stagnation in the love, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I still blocked all that out and was able to still move forward. But at the end of the day, dudes started to get jealous, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like you know, they see Ray doing a lot of work, so they feel like, you know, how the fuck he get all the opportunities that he get, but they don't know it come from hard work. You know, I'm out there in them streets. You know what I mean? I'm in the cheapest club and I'm in the expensive spots, you know what I mean? But a lot of times dudes don't be mobile like that. They don't make it their business to be out there hustling like as if we's in the street. You know how it is in the street. If you ain't outside 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, even 5 o'clock in the morning to get that paper, it ain't gonna come to you like that if you ain't there. So, you know, I guess dudes started to see that my name was starting to pop up, you know what I mean, in the bag, and, you know, dudes were starting to feel like, yo, you know what I mean, you getting all the shine, like I'm not really there for you like that, because you already doing your thing, you know what I mean? But I just had to really block all that shit out and really go back and get these dudes and let them know, like, yo, man, I'm your nigga regardless, man. My thing is, if I win, we win, you know what I mean? That's what it always been. But
do you think that's rubbed off on any of them? Because it sounds to me like you had to exercise a lot of patience.
You know, they came through for me, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, all I could do is just respect the man for coming through. He ain't have to come through, you know what I mean? But you gotta understand that we've been doing this shit for like 15 years. Everybody's not gonna still have the same feeling for one another, especially if some men is doing better than other men. You know, it was always a situation to where, you know, we had debates and shit, and you know some guys that was less fortunate than me, Meth, and Ghost or ODB, you know, they always had an issue with how their careers was being moved, you know what I mean? So, you know, they really had to come to realization that it's about hard work, you know what I mean? No matter how much we a family, people is gonna love who they love, you know what I mean? People is gonna respect who they respect. I think everybody respects Wu-Tang Clan, but they might not love every individual the way they love others. And like I said, there been plenty of times I really had to look at dudes like, you sorry motherfucker, like, you just disrespectful in your own way. But, you know, I guess that's a way that, you know, families, they go through what they go through. You know, like I said, you don't really catch too many crews that could deal with each other for 10 years, 12 years straight, 13 years straight, just being around each other. You know, usually they say a group may break up in like 4 or 5 years or whatever. We kept it going, and that's because of the fans. That's because y'all was like, yo, y'all gotta get it together. So when we did get it together, it was because of the love of the people. And that would be the conversation, like, yo, even if you don't like me or whatever like that no more, they love us. They love us. So we gotta do this shit. You know what I mean? Or we gonna hurt each other, you know what I mean? And that's all the type of shit we would go through, you know what I mean? It would be days where, you know, it'd be like, fuck you, whatever, I can't fuck with you. And our way of really getting away from that shit was just to leave each other alone for a little while. You know, we would never raise our hands to each other, you know what I mean? It's like, cause you know, we the type of dudes, you put your hand on me, ain't no coming back after that, you know what I mean? But we could curse each other out, get in each other's face, whatever, fuck you, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, it was never a physical, you know what I mean, a physical situation. But I look at all of that shit as like, it's just brotherhood, you know what I mean? Sometimes you go through shit with your brothers to really figure out if they love you like that, you know what I mean? And I know dudes love me because they came forth and got on the album, you know what I mean, for the cause, you know what I mean? It's like Method Man. Me and him always used to argue. Like, Meth used to look at me like, yo, Like, yo, you was gonna get me flipped on the block one day before all this rap shit. Like, you was gonna put some niggas on me. And I'm like, yo, how could you be beefing? How could you say that right now? I'm just saying at the end of the day, you know, we gonna go through shit, man. But to top it all off, when I thought Meth ain't really like me like that, come on, he named his baby after me. He got a son named Raekwon.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that make me look at all the arguing that we did, all the whatever, and say, yo, this nigga I love him. You know what I mean? How you gonna name your baby after a nigga you don't like? That's something you would never do. Like, fuck out of here. But he named the seed Raekwon, Lil Ray, you know what I mean? So that kind of like made me understand that we have this, like, wu-tang is just some of the realest niggas. These niggas just say anything and everything because they men, you know what I mean? And you know, when you get to a certain age, you can't tell a man nothing no more when he gets to a certain age. He is accustomed to his way of thinking, you know what I mean? And that's what it was. It's just that we've been through so much that sometimes dudes get frustrated. They bring their frustration to work and they need somebody to take it out on sometimes, you know what I mean? And, you know, we would always be riffing, you know what I mean? And I'm the type of dude that's like, yo, fuck all that. I'll be blunt with you, you know what I mean? You may not want to hear the truth, but at least you hearing it from me. My thing is, I'm not going to be a yes man to you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be a nigga that's going to be sitting around and yeah. If you fucking up, nigga, you fucking up. Take it how you want to take it. Because sometimes you have to be like that, you know what I mean? You got to be grounded with your niggas, man. Or your niggas will take you for granted and think that everything you say or do is correct. And it's like, everything you say and do ain't correct, and it's for me. If you see that I'm slipping, pick me up. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. But, you know what I mean? Like I said, we used to be going through a lot, man. You know what I mean? But we still managed to put down all the animosity and get back in there and do what we do for the family. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we still family, regardless of however you want to bounce it. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Real talk.